Hey, what's good, everyone? Welcome back to Travel Assurance NZ, your go-to friend for all things New Zealand migration. Today, we're answering a big question. Can you convert your New Zealand visitor visa to a work permit? You may be desiring to work legally in New Zealand, but you're already on a tourist visa, or you may be planning to migrate to New Zealand on a tourist visa, and you're wondering if you'll be able to convert your tourist visa to a work visa after getting there. In any case, this video is for you. I'll break down the answer to the question in this video, covering the rules regarding switching from a tourist visa to a work visa. I'll provide steps and tips to how you can make it happen. Alright, let's get straight to it. Can you convert your New Zealand visitor visa to a work permit? First off, let's clear things up. New Zealand doesn't let you convert a visitor visa directly to a work visa like flipping a switch. Instead, what you can do is apply for a work visa while you're in New Zealand on a visitor visa, that is, if you meet the rules. It's not guaranteed, but it's totally possible under certain conditions. I'll tell you how it works, what you need, and your best options. So can you apply for a work visa while on a visitor visa? Yes, you can. If you're in New Zealand on a visitor visa, usually for 3 to 9 months, you're allowed to apply for a work visa without leaving the country. But you gotta play by Immigration New Zealand's rules. They'll check if you're a bona fide visitor, meaning that they'll check if you're legit about your reasons for being there and your plan to follow visa conditions. If they think you're just using a visitor visa to dodge work visa rules, they might say no. The key is getting a job offer from an accredited employer or meeting specific visa criteria. You can't start working until your work visa is approved, but you can job hunt, go to interviews, and apply for the visa while on your visitor visa. If your visitor visa expires before your work visa is approved, Immigration New Zealand might give you an interim visa to stay legally while they process it. Processing usually takes 3 to 6 weeks for work visas like the Accredited Employer Work Visa, AEWV, but it can stretch longer if they need extra documents. What work visas can you apply for? Here are the main work visas you can go for while on a visitor visa based on your situation. 1. Accredited Employer Work Visa, AEWV. What's it for? This is the most common work visa if you get a job offer from an accredited employer. Check the list on immigration.gov.nz. You need a job offer with at least 30 hours a week, paying 29.66 New Zealand dollars an hour or more. Your employer must do a job check to prove no New Zealanders can fill the role, unless the job is on the green list, like nurses or IT pros. You also need skills or experience for the job, plus health and police checks. How long does the AEUV last? Up to 3 years, with a path to residency for some roles. The visa costs about 700 to 1,200 New Zealand dollars. 2. Working Holiday Visa, WHV. What's it for? If you're 18 to 30, 35 for some countries like Canada, this lets you work and travel for 12 months, up to 3 years for UK folks. You don't need a job offer, just be from an eligible country. Check immigration.gov.nz for list of eligible countries. You need 4,200 New Zealand dollars in savings, health insurance, and maybe a chest x-ray or medical exam. You can apply while in New Zealand, and it takes about 4 weeks. The visa costs around 440 to 840 New Zealand dollars depending on your country. This visa is great if you want to try different jobs like barista or fruit picking. 3. Specific Purpose or Event Visa. What's it for? The Specific Purpose or Event Visa is for short-term work, like performing at an event or working for a specific project. You need a job offer or contract for a specific role, like being a musician or tech for a festival. Your employer must be legit, and you need to show you'll leave New Zealand after the job. How long does the Specific Purpose or Event Visa last? Usually a few weeks to months. The visa costs about 440 New Zealand dollars. 4. Seasonal Work Visa, SSE or RS. What's it for? For fruit picking or vineyard work in horticulture or viticulture. You need a job offer from a recognized seasonal employer, RSE, or supplementary seasonal employer, SSE. No skills needed, just be fit and have basic English. Check picknz.co.nz for jobs. Takes 2 to 4 weeks to process. This visa can last up to 7 months, 9 for some Pacific countries, and it costs around 325 New Zealand dollars, often covered by employers. This can be an easy way in. Apply to recognized seasonal employers early on sika.co.nz. 5. Partner of a Worker Work Visa. What's it for? If your partner has a work visa, student visa, or is a New Zealand citizen or resident, you can get an open work visa. Prove you're in a genuine, stable relationship. Living together for 12 months or more helps. You don't need a job offer, and you can work for any employer. The visa takes 4 to 8 weeks to process. How long does the partner of a worker visa last? The duration of your visa matches your partner's visa, up to 2 years. The visa costs about 700 New Zealand dollars. Tip: submit photos, joint bills, or letters to prove your relationship. Quick one. If you're vibing with this video so far, smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications to catch all our videos. Moving on. How to apply for a work visa from a visitor visa. Here's the step-by-step, keeping it real simple. 1. Find a job offer, if needed. Use job sites like seek.co.nz, picknz.co.nz, or backpackerjobboard.co.nz. For AEWV, make sure the employer is accredited. Check immigration.gov.nz. Seasonal jobs are easiest to get. Get a written job offer with your role, pay, work hours, and employer details. 2. Check your eligibility. Be 55 or younger for most work visas, except working holiday visa, which is 18 to 30 or 35. Have a valid passport, good for 3 months past your planned departure. Meet health and character rules. Might need a chest x-ray or police certificate from countries you've lived in for 5+ years since age 17. 3. Gather your documents passport copy, valid for 3 months past your stay. Digital photo, 3.5 by 4.5 centimeters JPEG or JPG taken in last 6 months. Job offer letter for AEWV, seasonal or specific purpose visas. Proof of funds or return ticket, bank statement or booking. Health insurance proof like Southern Cross for WHV or temp visas. Police certificate or medical exam if asked. Check immigration.gov.nz for approved doctors. For partner visas include relationship proof like joint leases or photos. Save docs as PDFs, photo as JPEG or JPG, under 10 MB using ilovepdf.com. Translate non-English docs with a pro, costing about $20 to $40. 4. Apply online. Go to immigration.gov.nz and pick your visa type, like AEWV or WHV. Create a Real Me account or apply as a guest. Fill in your details, name, passport number, job info, and health and character questions. Upload your docs in the Upload Documents section. Pay the fee, 440 to 1,200 New Zealand dollars, with a Visa, MasterCard, or Union Pay card. Some employers cover seasonal visa fees. Apply at least 1 month before your visitor visa expires to avoid gaps. Processing takes 2 to 8 weeks. 5. Wait and follow up. Check your email or immigration online for updates. If they need more docs, like a medical, upload them as PDFs within 7 to 14 days. If your visitor visa expires during processing, you might get an interim visa to stay legally, but you can't work yet. If approved, you'll get an e-visa by email. Apply for an IRD number at ird.gov.nz for taxes before starting work. If denied, they'll tell you why, like no job offer or missing docs. Fix it and reapply or talk to a licensed advisor at nzimmigration.info. Can you work on a tourist visa while waiting for a work visa approval? Nope, you can't work on a visitor visa or during the work visa application. Visitor visas usually say no work allowed. If you work illegally, you risk deportation and a ban on future visas. Wait till your work visa is approved to start your job. You can apply for a variation of conditions to work part-time up to 6 weeks in seasonal horticulture viticulture roles, but it's a one-time deal per visit. What do you do if you don't get a job offer? If you can't find a job, the working holiday visa is your best bet since it doesn't need a job offer, as long as you're from an eligible country and meet the age limit, 18 to 30 or 35. You can also try the partner of a worker work visa if you're with a New Zealander or visa holder. Without a job or these options, you'll need to leave when your visitor visa expires or apply for another visitor visa, up to 9 months total in 18 months. Challenges you may face when applying for a work visa as a visitor in New Zealand and tips to help you succeed. 1. Employers might say work visa holders only to avoid sponsorship hassle. If you encounter such a challenge, target accredited employers or recognize seasonal employers on immigration.gov.nz. Use agencies like Working in New Zealand or ATOZ visas for job leads. 2. Timing. If your visitor visa expires, you might overstay illegally. To avoid this problem, apply for your work visa 1 to 2 months early. If it's close, extend your visitor visa first before applying for a work visa. The visitor visa costs 441 New Zealand dollars. 3. Proving you're a legit visitor. Immigration New Zealand might suspect you plan to work in New Zealand all along. To avoid this, you can be honest on your visitor visa application and arrival card. Show ties to your home country, like a job or family, to prove you'll leave if needed. 4. Missing documents or blurry uploads can delay or sink your application. Double-check requirements on immigration.gov.nz. Use clear PDFs and a pro translator for non-English documents to avoid this issue. 5. Job market is tough in 2025 with a recession. You can focus on shortage roles like healthcare, IT, or seasonal work. Check green list jobs on immigration.gov.nz/green-list for faster visa processing. Is it easy to convert a tourist visa to a work permit? It's not super easy, but it's doable if you get a job offer or qualify for a working holiday visa, WHV, or partner visa. Seasonal work or WHV are the simplest paths, while AEWV needs more effort to get an accredited employer. Be ready for costs, $500 to $1,500 New Zealand dollars total for fees and documents, and wait times, 2 to 8 weeks. Using a licensed advisor like Malcolm Pacific or A to Z Visas can help, but it's pricey, $1,000 to $3,000 New Zealand dollars. Always check immigration.gov.nz for the latest rules as policies change. There you have it, guys. That's how you switch from a visitor visa to a work visa in New Zealand. It's not a straight conversion, but with a job offer, WHV, or partner visa, you can make it work. Start hunting jobs, get your documents ready, and apply early to avoid stress. If this video's helping you plan your New Zealand travel, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you don't miss our next video. Drop a comment below. Have you tried this, or what job are you chasing in New Zealand? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.